Miss Ginger peered, a pair of sheepish blue eyes, and a smile that was at least simple. Hello, friends. Welcome to my channel and to the 1st of March and all of the readathons that are happening in the world today. March is when all the things seem to happen on BookTube. And even in the crafting community, there are some things going on, which I am sadly not participating in, but I have severe FOMO because now that I see a bunch of my other friends participating in them, I want to. But I am not going to do that because I have plenty to keep me busy. Anyway, let's talk about the readathons and what I have started today. First of all, let's talk about something that is not for a readathon. I have been reading the Canadian West series with my friend Berna from Berna's Bookish Adventures. I can't speak today. And we are on the third book, which is called When Breaks the Dawn, I believe. So I have just started it, but I'm listening to it on audiobook. And we read the first 6 chapters today. We are going to try to finish it within a week. And yeah, it's already super cozy. It follows Win and Elizabeth, who are have been married for about a year, I would say, at this point, and they live in a northern territory of Canada where Win is a Royal Canadian Mountie, which also makes him like a medic and the policeman and an undertaker in some cases. It's just a very rough place that they live. And Elizabeth is his young bride who is not really prepared for that kind of lifestyle. And so far, this one has just started off in a really sweet way. Her friend that we met in the last book has come back from a long kind of vacation from the Northern Territory and has come back, and they're just having some girl time. So, so that's been nice to see. So that one is going along swimmingly. I'm already done with the first 6 chapters, which was what we were supposed to read for today. And then for middle grade March, I started the Winter House Mysteries. And this is the third and I believe final book in the Mysteries of Winter House series. And I'm reading this one this time with Linda from Linda's World of Books. So I am reading that via ebook this time, which I'm a little bummed about because I feel like there's a few illustrations in the ebook, but not as many as the physical books have. But my library, for some reason, did not have the third one. They had the other 2, but they didn't have the third one. So I had to do what I had to do. So at least I get some illustrations. But this one follows another Elizabeth, and she is 12 years old, and she lives at a hotel called Winter House. And it's there are some fantastical things that have been going on in the last 2 books, and I'm not really sure where it's going. I'm only 3 chapters in at this point, but I think somebody that we thought was dead in the second book is not really dead. So they will be coming back to wreak havoc. So this one, I think I could use this for a prompt of, well, I could use it for March Mystery Madness as well. I can use it for the place prompt in March Mystery Madness, and for the prompts for middle grade March, I could use it for a strong family element. And what else could I use it for? Oh, adventure, because there's always an adventure in Winter House. And I guess I could do travel, although at this point in the book, Elizabeth actually lives at Winter House. She does not travel anymore to Winter House. She used to not live there, but now she does. So, but a lot of other people travel to Winter House, so I could probably make it work. And then my third book is one that I've had on the docket for a while, and I was saving it for middle grade March, and that is Hollowpox by Jessica Townsend. And this is also the third in a series of the Nevermore series. And this one, I'm sure everybody knows, follows Morrigan Crow, and I believe this one follows a some sort of epidemic or pandemic or something that is infecting all the Wunimals. So yeah, I have started lots of things, but haven't made a bunch of progress in any of them. So I will check back in with you when I have something more to show you. Hello, friends. Good morning. It is now actually Thursday, the 4th. So obviously this is not going to be a film every day kind of a thing. I'm just going to film when I actually finish something, I think. That'll probably be easier for me. So, that being said, yesterday I finished Hollowpox, The Hunt for Morrigan Crow by Jessica Townsend. This is the third in the Nevermore series, and I really loved it. I will say that I was a little bit apprehensive going into it because it follows a epidemic that is infecting the Wunimals, which are like the talking animals, which I guess is like a simplified way to say it, but that's basically they're talking animals. And so I was like, I don't really want to read about something like that with the last year and a half that we've had. So, or I guess just a year. It hasn't been quite a year and a half yet, but geez, it's we're not going to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. So, because I don't want to talk about stuff like that, I also kind of don't want to read about stuff like that. I think that's why Hamnet last month was kind of a struggle for me because I was really like not into reading about the plague and all that stuff. So, I was a little bit apprehensive, but I needn't have worried because middle grade is just so fun to read, and especially fantasy. And the way Jessica Townsend kind of wove that epidemic into her story was really interesting, I guess, is just a vague way to say it. She made it something other than just, you know, things getting sick, you know what I mean? So yeah, it was really fun, and it was really nice to be back in the Nevermore world. And I'm really interested to see where the next book is going to go. I don't know when that's supposed to come out, but I don't know anything about it, but I know this is going to be probably a long-running series, so that excites me. I kind of feel like, even though it doesn't quite have the hype train, I feel like, as the Harry Potter series did when it came out, I feel like this is like the next generation's Harry Potter, so that's good. So today, being Thursday, I still have 2 books that I've been buddy reading, so we're reading them kind of slowly, but I'm actually going to attempt to finish one that I have an audiobook today. And I already informed my buddy that I'm going to try to finish it a day early because I have some plans Friday night. So anyway, that one is not for any of the readathons I have going on. It is When Breaks the Dawn by Jeanette Oke, and it is part of the Canadian West series. It is also the third in a series. So this one has been really just like sweet so far. We've been reading it since Monday, so we've read it for 3 days now, and nothing really dramatic has happened. There's probably been like one dramatic scene, so we're just kind of following Elizabeth and Wyn and the members of their community that they have kind of established. Wyn and Elizabeth have been married for about a year now. There is desires for a baby in Elizabeth's heart, and she is kind of feeling a little bit jealous because some other people in her town are having babies and she is not. And it just kind of is following their everyday life. So it's really cozy. Nothing too exciting has gone on so far, but that is a-okay because it is just cozy and sweet, and that's what I need in March. um, the other book that I am still reading is The Winter House Mysteries by Ben Guterson, and I'm reading that with, did I say, back up. Did I say I was reading the Jeanette Oak book with Berna from Berna's Bookish Adventures? I don't know if I did, but I'm sure I did in my last clip. So anyway, so Winter House, I am reading with Linda from Linda's World of Books, and I am reading this via ebook. So it is, taking me a little bit more time because I don't really enjoy reading off my phone, but that's the only way right now that I can read scribd books. Well, except for I could read them on my iPad, but I don't typically take my iPad to work with me. So, anyway, you don't need to know that. So, I am reading that one today. I think the original plan was to read like about 4 chapters a day. So that would take us through Sunday, I believe. I might, again, try to get a little bit farther today if I can, because of having plans on Friday just to kind of keep up. But we shall see how that works because, of course, with work and everything, I can't just physically read during the day most of the time if it's, busy. So, but I am really enjoying that one as well. It's actually kind of intense for a middle grade. Not intense, but like creepy, because there are just things going on in the hotel and you don't know, and there's, potentials for people coming back from the dead and all this stuff. It's cute, but it's a little bit creepy too. If I was probably 12 years old reading this, of course I was a scaredy cat well, I'm a scaredy cat now, but I was definitely a scaredy cat back then, and I probably would have thought that this was really scary, and I probably would have had trouble going to sleep at night. but it's really not that bad for an adult, obviously. But yeah, I'm really enjoying that. This one follows. Sorry, I'm getting off track. This book follows another Elizabeth and her family and friends, and mostly her friends because she is an orphan, but she has some family at the hotel. But I'm not going to talk about that because that would ruin the second book. So, yeah, so it's really cute. I think it has I think you could use it for the family dynamic prompt, the good family dynamic, because there is a little bit of family in it, and it basically focuses on like a family tree, although it's not always good. But I feel like the family that she does have at the hotel with her is a good family dynamic. And it's also a mystery, so I'm probably going to use it for the adventure prompt. And I believe that the cover has some silhouettes on it. If they're not silhouettes, they're like, kind of hard to see. They're like backlit people. So, but I'm reading it on ebook, so I don't have the copy with me at the moment. So, but yeah, I think I'm just going to continue reading those today, and we'll see how much I get done. If I get the Jeanette Oak book done and can do any physical reading, I am going to pick up Hyacinths and Homicide by London Lovett. This is the 8th book in her Port Danby series, and I'll be reading this for March Mystery Madness, although I don't think it fits any of the prompts, but I don't care because I really need to binge the rest of this series, honestly, because London has a new book coming out called Shamrocks and Shenanigans, I believe is what it's called. So, and this is March, so it is coming out for St. Patrick's Day, but it is like the 15th or 16th book in the series, and I'm on number 8. So the likelihood of me getting to Shamrocks and Shenanigans by St. Patrick's Day, probably pretty slim. But I'm at least going to try to start this one today. So this has been a really long clip, so I'm going to go to work, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hello, friends. I have a reading update for you. I finished another book, When Breaks the Dawn, which is the 3rd book in the series. And I'm going to try not to, repeat myself, because I'm not sure how I'm going to edit the last clip I did yet, but I realized that I repeated myself a lot in that, so I'll probably, edit out a lot of that. So I'm going to try not to, synopsisize the book again for you. But I really enjoyed this book because I really felt like I empathized and related to Elizabeth's jealousy and her struggles with wondering why God seems to be denying her deepest desire, which for her was to have a child of her own. And not only did that become a struggle for her, but she kind of had a fostering experience a couple different times within this, and just the heartbreak she felt mixed with the kind of happiness she felt like she should feel when the child was returned to the parents. It just seemed like for Elizabeth, it was like everybody else was getting a child, and she kept being denied or kept having a child taken from her that she felt like she deserved to keep. And yeah, I felt really bad for her, and I understood where she was coming from with her just kind of, she had some bitterness towards God, and I have definitely been there. Honestly, I'm still there with some of it. And I was actually, this is a Christian series, so it's obviously going to want to show her getting right with God, and learning not to blame him for that. And yeah, I'm not necessarily there yet. So it was kind of weird to see it happen so fast for her. But I mean, it's also a story. Like, if it took her years and years, it would be a very long story and probably not very satisfying for a lot of Christian readers. So, so I get it. But so yeah, I really did enjoy this one. It might have been one of my favorite in the series so far. For the while, nothing very significant seemed to be happening, but then it really picked up in the end, and a lot of things, emotional things, as well as kind of action-y things happened. So yeah, I'm really interested to see where the next book takes our characters. So yeah, that's really all of my updates right now. I'm still reading Winter House with Linda from Linda's World of Books. We're taking it pretty slow with this one, but I might try to get a little bit ahead today, just because I don't know what the weekend is going to hold, and I do have some plans on Friday, so we'll see. But let's see. That's about it. Oh, I should tell you what I'm going to be reading next, now that I am down to only having one book. And that's just not sufficient, is it? All right, let me show you what I'll be starting today. Okay, so for middle grade March, and also a read-along that I plan to participate in, I am going to be reading Miracles on Maple Hill. I don't know who the author is. Oh, it says right there. Virginia Sorensen. And I got this really fun old copy from my library, but I also have it on audiobook. So depending on the work day today, which it is Friday, did I not say that earlier? Um, depending on the work day today, I might have to switch to audiobook because if it's slow, I might be able to get like a chapter or two read. But if it's kind of busy, then I might want to pop in an audiobook because I don't actually have an audiobook right now. And I don't, oh, all I know about this one is I think it is set in maybe the First World War era, and it's set in Pennsylvania, which I feel like is really cool. It's set like, well, I think the family moves from Pittsburgh, which is near where I am, and they move to a rural town. So I don't know what the rural town is or even if it's mentioned, but I would be interested to know if it does mention it, if I've ever heard of it or been there. So, yeah, I'm really excited to read this today. And if I do switch to the audiobook, it's only 4 hours long, so the chances of me getting it all done today are pretty high. And then for March Mystery Madness, I am going to be picking up Hyacinths and Homicide by London Lovett. I'm realizing I have an orange theme going on in my reading today. This one takes place, I'm going to assume in October because of those bats. And the back of the book said that she had been selling or getting, okay, back it up, Rainey. If you don't know about this series, this is the Port Danby Mystery Series, and it follows Pink, and her name is Lacey Pinkerton, but they call her Pink, and she is a florist. Okay, there you go. So she, oh, and she has a bloodhound type nose. So she has sold a bunch of pumpkins and fall type flowers for a high school reunion. And I guess she goes with her boyfriend, probably because her boyfriend went to this high school. And a murder happens, of course. So, and because of her bloodhound nose, Pink always helps solve the mystery. So I'm really excited for this. This is number 8 in the series, and I'm going to try to kind of binge through the rest of the series that is out this month because she's coming out with a new book in March that is St. Patrick's Day themed. So I would kind of like to be able to read it in March, but we shall see because I have like 5 books to go before I could get there. So, but they're really short. They're more like novellas. This one's not even 200 pages. So, it's possible that I could get this done today too, but I'm just gonna settle on a couple of pages and I'll try to get it done this weekend. So, those are my updates for you for today. I am going to go to work and hopefully it will be a nice day. And then I am going to a new restaurant with my friend Katie tonight. So, if I remember, I will take some clips of that and I will talk to you later. Okay, happy Friday, friends. Bye. Okay, hi, friends. I am definitely not camera ready today. So I thought I would just show you a picture of the book I just finished and give you a quick update. It is now Saturday, and I listened to Miracles on Maple Hill on audio yesterday while I was at work, and it is a very quick audio book. 4 hours. I usually listen to things at 2 times speed, so I was done with it. I mean, I had to stop and start because I was at work, but I was done with it in not very much time at all. The audiobook is really good, actually. It was a full cast audiobook. The girl who played the voice of the main character, whose name is Marley, was a little annoying. And the overall story was pretty syrupy sweet, which is kind of an unintentional pun because it takes place in kind of rural Pennsylvania, where apparently Maple Hill is a maple syrup farm, kind of. So that was an unintentional pun, but it was very, very sweet, and it was very cute. I enjoyed the audiobook, having different different voices for each of the characters. It was about a family who lived in Pittsburgh but moved to Maple Hill, which was the childhood home of the mother, and it follows the family as they adjust to rural life and the people that they meet and the healing that comes for the father who has PTSD from being a prisoner of war, I believe in World War One, and maybe in World War Two. I'm actually not sure. I don't know that it ever specified, but anyway, the healing that comes for the father and the family as a whole, and just how they learn to come together and for the good of the farm and the people, their neighbors basically that they meet, just the family togetherness that comes from working at the maple syrup farm. So it was really cute. I recommend it. I recommend the audiobook. I was reading this as part of a read along for with Kate Howe and some other people, but they are escaping me at this point. What? Oh goodness. They're all people I know, but I'm blanking. But anyway, I'll link them all down below. We are going to be discussing this at the end of the month, so I'm excited about it. Okay, now let's move on. So then I also got exciting book mail yesterday. I was actually one of the winners of the book The Brave from Krista, Amanda, and Katie. And this one actually came from Katie's giveaway, or no, from Amanda's giveaway, sorry. And yeah, I was really excited to get it yesterday. And I also got these adorable bookmarks. So yay, I love that one. I love that it has middle grade March 2021. Oh, so cute. So yeah, it was in a really sweet card that they sent me too. So I love those ladies. And I'm really looking forward to reading this book. Probably not this weekend, but possibly next week I will start that one. So yay. That's really all my update for now. I will come back and update you tomorrow when I actually have put on a face and fixed my hair. Hello friends, it is Sunday night and I figured I would just end the vlog here today. I really haven't finished anything yet. I have probably 4 more chapters in the Winter House mystery to go, which I will probably finish tomorrow, but that will be after this vlog goes up. So I probably won't finish it tonight because it's already 7 o'clock, but I've been reading off and on all day, so I'm kind of like done for today. I want to actually cast on a new knitting project today, which hopefully will be a pretty quick project, but I have one more gift knit to make, and then I'm gonna go to some selfish knitting, so that will be fun. I haven't done that in a while. I haven't knit anything for myself since my Christmas socks that didn't actually get finished until January. So, or February. I don't even remember when. I think January I finished them. But the Mysteries of Winter House, or the Winter House Mysteries, I can never remember what the name of it is going really well. It's really intriguing and intense, and there's adventure and intrigue and puzzles to solve, and it's really fun. Like, I don't even know who is not trustworthy in this, and normally you like to think that a middle grade novel kind of dumbs it down for the kids, and the adults could probably figure it out pretty quick, but but I'm not really sure who I can trust and who I can't, and if really anybody is bad and is just kind of being controlled. I don't know. Because this definitely has a fantasy vibe to it, where there is a kind of a spirit of of a character from another novel or throughout the series that might be trying to get into people's heads. So yeah, it's a little bit like for a middle grader, it's kind of creepy, but yeah, it's really fun too. So I will probably get that done tomorrow, like I said. And let's see what else. I just started Hyacinths and Homicide. I'm not very far into it yet. I just didn't have enough chance this weekend because I was trying to keep up with buddy reads. Um, and I just today started, this is not for middle grade March or any other readathon. It's called Erotic Stories for Punjabi Women. And I am relatively sure that there's not actual erotic stuff in this book, but I'm not 100% positive. So we shall see. I hope there's not. I am not up for erotic content. So, but I'm reading this as a buddy read with Chloe from Always Booked. And she was given that book by a friend who, and I believe it was a friend from church. So, so she said, just knowing this person, she is fairly sure that she would not give Chloe a actual erotic novel. So, and so far I really like it. I've read about 3 chapters so far. They're kind of long chapters, but they each kind of tell the story from a different woman's perspective. And it focuses a lot on arranged marriage. And then another perspective is a Punjabi woman who has kind of like bucked that tradition and is kind of heading out on her own, but she is definitely flawed and kind of has a sort of selfish, self-righteous attitude at this point. So yeah, but so far it's really good. But I will talk to you more about that next week. So anyway, friends, I'm going to go, but I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you in the next vlog. Bye.